Sometimes in Hollywood, it's not about how long you're on screen, it's about the impact you make. Some actors have walked away with jaw-dropping paychecks for only a few minutes of work. Let's count down some of the most extraordinary examples of this phenomenon. Marlon Brando played Superman's father Jor-El in the 1978 classic. For around 20 minutes of screen time, he earned $3.7 million plus 11% of the film's profits. That's right, the man who taught us the meaning of gravitas essentially got paid millions for a handful of scenes. His presence alone elevated the film and gave Superman a legendary origin story. Brando proved that sometimes it's not quantity, but quality that counts. Sometimes being legendary is worth every penny, even in just 20 minutes. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, Robert Downey Jr. made around $10 million for around roughly 8 minutes as Tony Stark. His appearances were brief, yet they set the tone for Peter Parker's journey in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Downey's charisma made every second of his screen time count and reminded studios why casting a major star can be worth the cost, even for a cameo. Even a short spark can light up an entire cinematic universe. Anthony Hopkins earned $250,000 for just 16 minutes of screen time as Hannibal Lecter, yet that performance won him an Oscar. His chilling presence and unforgettable delivery turned a relatively small role into one of the most iconic characters in film history. It's proof that a brief appearance, when executed perfectly, can leave a lasting impression for generations. It's not the minutes that count, it's the moments. Sean Connery appeared as King Richard for only 3 days of shooting and earned $250,000. But Connery went a step further and donated his entire paycheck to charity. In just a few minutes, he managed to command authority and charm, leaving a lasting impression on the film while also doing well off-screen. A short role, a big heart, and a lasting impact. Judi Dench won an Oscar for her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth I with only 8 minutes on screen, earning $75,000 for her work. Her brief scenes were so captivating and perfectly executed that audiences immediately remembered her as the commanding and witty queen. Dench proves that even small moments can feel monumental. Queen for 8 minutes, immortal forever. Alec Guinness negotiated 2.25% of the box office gross for playing Obi-Wan Kenobi, ultimately earning about $95 million over time. And how much screen time did he get? Around 20 minutes. His measured, wise presence as the mentor shaped the tone of the original Star Wars and demonstrated how a supporting role can define a film's legacy. A few scenes can pay for a lifetime. Mark Hamill returned as Luke Skywalker for a 30-second cameo. Despite the brevity, he reported that he earned between $1 and $3 million. That's $1 million or more for half a minute. Hamill's appearance was highly anticipated and generated massive buzz, proving the value of nostalgia and iconic characters. Even silence can be golden. Charlie Sheen was paid $250,000 for 10 minutes in the opening sequence of Scary Movie 5. While brief, his cameo was memorable for fans and helped set the comedic tone for the film. Studios clearly recognize the value of name recognition even in a small role. A cameo that's more paycheck than plot. Christopher Walken earned about $1 million for a 6-minute monologue scene in Pulp Fiction. His storytelling and intensity transformed a single moment into an unforgettable cinematic experience. Walken's performance demonstrates how even a tiny slice of screen time can be career-defining. 6 minutes, one legendary story. Bruce Willis made $3 million for only 4 days of filming, appearing briefly alongside Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Though his screen time was minimal, his presence added instant star power and drew audiences, illustrating how studios sometimes bet on brief appearances to boost a film's commercial appeal. Short scenes, huge impact, and paycheck. Another notable mention includes Jack Nicholson in The Shining for select scenes that became instantly iconic, and Ian McKellen in The Lord of the Rings, whose Gandalf moments, though not in every scene, carried a monumental weight. Even small roles, when executed by talented actors, can become culturally defining. Hollywood proves that screen time isn't the only measure of value. A few minutes can create legendary performances, generate massive buzz, and even earn millions of dollars. Whether it's an Oscar-winning role, a nostalgia-heavy cameo, or a tiny but pivotal moment, these actors prove that sometimes less is more, especially when done right. Which of these roles surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into Hollywood's biggest surprises.